Is the deciding set of the deciding match of the year between A5 South 14 Trina and A5 Mizuno 14-2 Karen. And yes, both teams are wearing the identical uniforms. This is a Coach K dream matchup. I've had two red teams or two green teams before, but I've never had two teams from the same club wearing the same uniform. There was a chance for that in the USA division, as I think Instinct had two teams make the round of 8. We're looking over on the far side to see who's hanging around in terms of a matchup in USA. We know one of the teams is PVA. We're not sure who the other one is. This is Coach K listening in at home, says the sound is good, so we hope that it is here. We have just the live stream cameras, so want to make sure we describe to everyone at home exactly what's going on. A couple of great coaches. Coach Trina Braden, as we mentioned, a D2 coach at the University of West Georgia. She's turning in her lineup to the second referee, and Coach Karen Arndt. Both coaches filled out the Coach K broadcaster assistance form quite well. Helped us with those pronunciations. We're hopeful that we're doing well. We apologize if we're a little off ever on anyone's last name. We find out sometimes the head coaches don't really know how to pronounce the girl's name. It's interesting that Avery Savela in the match in 2015 had a slightly different pronunciation, so hopefully we've got it correct. For number 32 for A5 Mizuno 14 Karen. A last little bit of instruction for number 37 Claire Lewis, the captain, from her head coach, Coach Trina Braden. Now Coach Braden's showing a few moves over here. If you can see her, she's in the near court. She got a little dance step going. Lineup has been checked for A5 South. And the libero getting ready to come on the court. A little jump from the 5'3" Caroline Derricott with her 6-foot middle, Magazi Elo. And the first serve will belong to Ava Pitchford. Deciding set, 14 national gold medal on the line. We know A5 is going to get it as a club, but which team? Claire Lewis, oh, she's going to set her libero. I love it. Those liberos want that ball, even though they have to contact the bottom of the ball below the net. A5 South celebrates the block, but I'm not sure that ball cleared the net. Now the server is Claire Lewis. She was the server at the end of the last set. Eckendall over the top of the block, and then Baker is rejected. Eckendall part of that block. Stoner with the dig. Savela with the kill. Good response from Mizuno, as we are tied 1 apiece. Scoreboard a little slow. They've got it. I never doubted they would. Big rejection. Eckendall up with Chelsea Banks against the attack. Out of the middle. Now we're going to see a sub. We saw this sub earlier as Katie Rife's coming off and Nicole Smith coming on. Smith at 6'1", the tallest player on the floor. She made a difference in that win in set 2. Now she'll become a setter on the second ball. Not exactly the way they drew it up. Oh, this ball's up in the plane. No, it's not, and nobody from A5 Mizuno could react. That ball went straight up. Good decision by A5 South to just let it go. Tied up early. Annette Baker with a good serve. High ball in the middle to Leah Eckendall, and the lefty puts it away. Again, the combination of Eckendall and Pitchford, it's clicking, just like the Lewis-Elo connection on the other side. This time it's Lewis to Rumpel. And then a shot down the line. Oh, that's out. Eckendall has been very accurate from the right pin, but she sends it out. Line judge Yoshi Iwasi out of the North Texas region signals out. Derrick the libero with the serve. Cleared a free. Oh, first contact not handled well by South. Now that's an errant set by Pitchford. Everybody's struggling. Coach Braden wanted a swing on that ball that came over free. She gets one this time from Elo, but it comes back. Long rally, nobody able to put it away. Here comes Elo. She's dug by Savela. And then just tipped over. Well, the block's drawn into the net, but it would go for a kill for Josie Ramirez. She and Faith Daniel both playing outside hitter. Right now, Ramirez in. Isabel Hall with the serve into the tape. The team in the far court, A5 Mizuno Karen with the lead. Well, now tied. And the server is Cadence Jennings. They list her at 5'5". That looks about right. She's playing defense and serving and getting the job done. The left-handed kill, we haven't seen that play before from Nagazi Elo. The timing wasn't perfect with Claire Lewis, so she just tipped it left-handed to the floor. Another good serve from Jennings. Ramirez with the roll shot. Good pickup by Jennings, and then it's sent the other way. Starts with the first contact from Cadence Jennings. She did her job, got the ball to Claire Lewis, who set her tall Milo. Nagazi Elo for the kill. South with a small lead here early. And they'll get a free ball. Another pickup by Jennings, another tip and in. So the combination of Jennings to Lewis to Elo, clicking for South, and Coach Karen Arndt has seen enough. She was up 4-3, so that's a 4-point run for A5 South as they're trying to win the gold medal in 14 national. The bronze medal winners in this division, Wildfire out of Florida and Arizona Sky out of, obviously, the Arizona region. All the teams will receive their awards after this match. I think the stream will still be up, but we won't necessarily have any audio. A5 fans down behind me with some cheers, all clad in red. Ironically, neither of the teams on the floor wearing red. Pitchford's going to try a slide. We haven't seen that play. She runs Grace Van Buren on a slide. I want to remember that if you're Ava Pitchford. I'm going to give head coach Karen Arndt some credit. That looked like a called play. If we get a good pass, we'll run the slide to Van Buren. Amelia Weatherington to serve, and she picks on Annette Baker and gets the ace. Good job by the teammates on A5 South to come together with Baker and say, get the next one. And she'll get a chance, and she makes a perfect pass. Great combination. Oh, that ball was blocked. I think Savela got a piece of it. Stoner has to sprawl to keep it alive. And then Savela off the block, and they're going to call Savela in the net. And now we're going to switch sides, which, when you're watching at home, will look the same because both teams are wearing the exact identical uniforms. And of course, the fans behind me are chanting side out A5, which is going to be true at any point in this match. So the captain, Ava Pitchford, getting some instructions from the first referee, Charles Bennett, conveying those instructions to head coach Karen Arndt. And we are ready for the serve from GJNC. Big point coming up for A5 Mizuno, and they get the kill from Avery Savela. And they get within 2. Deciding set for the gold medal in 14 national. 14 USA coming up at 3 o'clock. That ball chopped out. A low set to Elo and tried to get on top of it but couldn't. Sent it out. The ball's laying behind Coach Arndt. Retrieved by Ava Pitchford. Sabala with the roll shot. Oh, and touched. And I could read the lips of Claire Lewis to Nagazi Elo. Don't reach back. Elo blocked it, and then she tried to save it, reached back and tipped it where no one could get it. Now Baker and a big double block. Pitchford up with Chelsea Banks. So Banks is listed at 5'11", Ava Pitchford just 5'8", but they set a nice double block against the 5'10", Annette Baker. And now A5 Mizuno, who crossed over down 8-6, has scored 4 straight and pushed to a 2-point lead. Are we in for some overtime deciding set volleyball? There's at least a chance. On the far side, our PA announcer, Mike Markham, who was a PA announcer at the Rio Olympics in women's basketball. He's a real pro. He's not an amateur like Coach K. And then Christy Cox, who is our boss. Along with Tom Pingle, they make this USA Volleyball event happen, and we greatly appreciate those folks. Tipped over by Lewis, but then tipped the other way by Pitchford. And now Pitchford's part of a block against Baker. Oh no, this ball saved up in the plane. Oh, and there's going to be a huge center line violation. That ball could have been set by Pitchford, but a little impatience from Chelsea Banks. She wasn't sure, and she was somewhat in the way, so she tried to put up a ball to Avery Savela. It didn't work out well, and Savela went under the net. So still a 1-point lead for A5 in the near court. Ruppel with the tip over. Savela goes high over the block. She's dug. Baker goes high over the block and out. And there's no touch on that ball. The coaches always try to sell the touch. Coach Trina Braden and her assistant Jason Rutherford calling for the touch, but that ball was well over the block. We see Coach Rutherford getting Annette Baker to go more angle on this next ball. Let's see if she does. Oh, she tries the roll shot. Pitchford with the dig. Savela playing a huge roll, sends that over. Now Baker with another chance, and she scores. Annette Baker staying with it. Listening to her coach, goes a little more angle. As Paul Sunderland says, deep into the cross court. The server is Claire Lewis. Playing to 15, deciding set 3 for the gold medal. Eckendall with another kill. Leah Eckendall has been huge. When she's been in the front row, Ava Pitchford running the 5-1 offense is always looking for her right side, the tall lefty. So 3 to go for A5 Mizuno Karen for a gold medal. Big swing coming up here, and that was a low set out to Nicole Smith, and she couldn't do anything, pushed it into the tape, and now a 3-point lead, and no choice but for head coach Trina Braden to take her second and final timeout. So the team from Roswell, Georgia, A5 Mizuno 14-2 Karen, 2 points from a gold medal. 14-2 teams have won championships on Coach K's court before. I'm a big fan of second teams. I coach a second 18s team for High Performance St. Louis. High Performance 18 Orange. And we appreciate the effort for second and third and fourth teams within a big club. It's all about the training, and at a club like A5, you get the good training on all the teams. Shot by Rumpel. Allie Rumpel coming up big on the quick set from Claire Lewis. So, big point for A5 South. They avoid facing multiple set points. Now they've got to retrieve the volleyball for Annette Baker, and her serves are going to be key. Oh, we're going to see a sub. Oh, they're recognizing the sub. We're going to get a serving specialist, Naja Leggett, back in. She's a 5'5" DS. She served earlier today, so I like the move by head coach Trina Braden. You're not going to run out of subs in a 15-point deciding set, at least not likely. So get Leggett into the match. Eckendall with the tip. That ball went into the tape. 4 contacts called as Leah Eckendall tried to get a little tricky with the tip. This is when it's so hard as a head coach. You're up 1, but you've got to get out of this rotation. They're going to try Ramirez. She's blocked. Now, Pitchford sends it wildly out of bounds, and we're tied at 13. So, head coach head coach Karen Arndt's going to take a timeout, and head coach Trina Braden in the far court is going to greet her players with some high fives all around the huddle. The team in the near court, A5 Mizuno 142 Karen, around their head coach. The team in the far court, A5 South 14 Trina, around their head coach. We're all tied at 13, appropriately so, as the battle of the A5s for supremacy in a 14 national. Your national bids at regionals. '40 USAV regions around the country. So the server is Naja Leggett. Let's see how Leggett handles the pressure of the timeout. She puts over a great serve. But Ramirez with the good up. And going cross court with Chelsea Banks. Tight set. Oh, same problem we saw on the other side. Genevieve Richards tried to tip the ball along the net, and it did not clear. So now set point, gold medal point, and it's an errant first pass. So Banks has to swing, and she goes into the tape. And the young ladies from the north side of Atlanta, from Roswell, Georgia, A5 Mizuno 142 Karen with the gold medal. They are awfully happy. A5 South 14 Trina, a great season. They're going to get the silver medal. Both teams smiling as they shake hands. Both teams played very well. It went down to a deciding set, 15-13. Can't ask for a closer match than that, than a 2-point deciding set. And high fives from fans for both teams, as I feel especially happy for Avery Savala, Ava Pitchford, Peyton Stoner, Isabel Hall, and Faith Daniel. Those young ladies picked up their gold medal after winning a silver at 12 nationals. So that will wrap up the 14 national matchup. We have 14 USA coming up, and I think we've got a good one for you. We've got PVA, and I think we've got Long Beach in the final. So this should be a good one. A team from the Heart of America region against a team from California. That will be at 3 o'clock. We'll go over those rosters. We'll learn a little bit about those teams. I watched the Long Beach earlier. There's some serious coaching on the sidelines for that team. And this PVA team from Kansas City also very strong. So 14 USA gold medal match coming up next. Congratulations to A5 Mizuno 14-2 Karen on the gold medal. A5 South 14 Trina, the silver. That wraps things up for now. Come back and join us at 3 o'clock.